struck me as a novice. His tip-off was the huge pile of educational decorations I was charging to my own credit card. Philadelphia teachers receive only $100 each for classroom supplies for the whole year. Obviously, I was way over budget in more ways than one. So this veteran offered a tactic to save my skin. "Never smile before Christmas," he warned. "Smiling puts you at their mercy. They'll eat you alive." Fortunately, before I can dwell on this memory, the bell rings. Actually, it screams like an air raid siren. But then the strangest thing happens. Outside, the hallways are bedlam. But in my classroom, dead quiet reigns, even after the first student walks in. She's small and neat, wearing jeans, a white t-shirt, and a plastic headband. She bounces a little on the balls of her feet and grins at me, but doesn't make a sound. I have a big mouth, which is how this whole thing got started. In 2007, I was 2 years into my dream job, hosting a live 1-hour TV talk show in New York City. It aired from 10 to 11 every weekday morning on the ABC network, right after Live with Regis and Kelly and before The View. I felt like the king of New York. The show not only gave me a window into the true complexity of the greatest city on earth, but also offered a platform for me to do some serious good. One of my favorite segments was our schoolroom makeovers. The producers would enlist charitable corporations to donate much-needed school equipment, and then we'd take a camera crew into an impoverished school and remake like the science lab, the gym, the art room, or the reading room. When we learned that the music department in one school had just 6 instruments for 400 kids, we approached Casio and C.G. Kahn and acquired keyboards and brass instruments. We rebuilt and re-equipped the music room, and that school now has a fine jazz orchestra. Given half a chance, I'd have leveraged my show to rebuild all the public schools in New York. Unfortunately, my show was canceled. Now, just about every TV actor has had a show canceled. It's a basic occupational hazard. But this time for me was different. After the show ended, my wife and I separated. We'd been married 20 years. And only the youngest of our 3 kids was still living at home back in Los Angeles. Plus, I could smell 60. 60's over the speed limit. My dad only lived to be 62. Suddenly it hit me that I could be running out of time, and this realization made me begin to consider a serious change of direction. I thought about the reasons I'd been so proud of that talk show, and it occurred to me that when we made over all those schoolrooms, I wasn't only trying to address the problem of underfunded schools, but also reaching for a thread that ran all the way back to my own school days. My original career plan in college was to teach. I actually have a degree in history. After graduation, I got rerouted, first into boxing and then into acting. But it was no accident that my character on Who's the Boss ultimately became a teacher. I was still trying to live out my early vocational dream. But playing a teacher on television could never compare with teaching for real. Maybe now is the time to stop, regroup, and get back to the road not taken. The classroom wasn't yet closed to me. I could still make a contribution. Sure I could. Do something that would make my own kids truly proud of me. What kicked me into gear was a documentary made by Teach for America, the organization that trains college graduates to teach in rural and urban public schools. The film focused on some TFA teachers in Baltimore, Maryland, and culminated with a rousing school production of Bye Bye Birdie. As a song and dance man, I can always be had for a musical, and the energy and passion of the kids in the film were truly impressive. But what throttled me was the camera's pan to the audience, as the cast was taking a bow at the end of the show. There were maybe 7 people there to applaud those kids. As a parent, I'd volunteered to help out on numerous theatrical productions with my own kids. In the private schools that they were fortunate enough to attend, I'd never seen a performance that did not have a packed audience of family, friends, and teachers. But in this inner-city school, no one was there to support the kids. That really got to me, and I wanted to help. I looked into TFA and learned that technically I qualified to apply. To be honest, though, the prospect of beginning a third-act career scared me almost as much as it attracted me. Could I really do this after so many years? I didn't know. But if I told my friends this was what I was planning, then I wouldn't let myself back out. So I opened my big mouth. In New York, I mentioned my youthful dream to the executive producer.